Oh, hi there, and welcome to another edition of One Bad Veggies Root Beer Review. Where in this review, we're taking a trip up to the Great White North, the 51st state, Canada itself, and we're going to get ourselves a little bit of root beer and find out what it's all about up there. So as you could tell by my impeccable Canadian accent from the beginning of the video, we are doing Bear and Beer root beer, which is probably the most Canadian sounding root beer you could probably ever imagine. It could be called maybe Moose and Mountie root beer, and that might be more Canadian. I'm not sure, but it's from British Columbia. And originally I was gonna, before I realized it was a Canadian root beer, I was gonna focus on the fact that it has bear in the name, because I have this weird thing where if a root beer has bear in the name, it tastes better. It all stems from another root beer that I'll be reviewing sometime in the near future, called Cherry Root Beer, and it's one of my favorites. So, but that's not what we're talking about today. Bear and Beaver, British Columbian root beer. Let's see if the Canadians can do it to it. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with the ingredients, which should be right about. Anyway, this is pretty normal stuff here, other than the yucca root, which okay, let me go ahead and get the bottle in here. The yucca root, which is, or yucca root, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. From what I understand, it's usually used to add kind of like a wintergreen sort of accent to a root beer, which, pretty good. We'll see if it's very apparent in the flavor or even in the scent. I imagine it'll be more so in the scent than anything. Also, I really love this art. This art is so clean and clear and smooth and simple, and I don't know, just something about it really gets me. So anyway, let's go ahead and that's pretty, it's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to it. I'm hoping that my weird bear agenda ends up being true, and this ends up being amazing, but bear with me while we get into the scent. All right, let's go ahead and pop this thing open and see what it smells like. I hope it smells like maple, or a moose, or milk in a bag. Anyway. Oh, Canada. Smells good, honestly. Smells nice and sweet. But a little bit complex, a little bit on the spicy side. Do I smell wintergreen? No, not really. Let me give it another little. There's something in there. There's something. This is gonna be, I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty good. Gonna be pretty good. And that might be a spoiler, but sorry, not sorry. All right, let's do this. Let's see what happens here. And, ooh, girl. Oh, that. My goodness. My goodness. Look at that. Bottle still got root beer in it, too. You know what? Let's go ahead, just so we can fit the rest of this in here for the starters. Look at that. All the way up to here. And it goes all the way to the top. That's A+ material. And that's not my final grade because I haven't actually tasted it yet, but that's very good. And the foam tastes great too. beating us at our own game. This is why we need to invade. It's good. It's good. Very creamy. Still no... I'm not sensing anything particular with the root yet, but so far it just tastes like a really good root beer. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the taste test. All right, like full disclosure, I'm pretty excited about this one. First off, this is the first time I've ever had this root beer. Of course, it's not a re-review, it's a new one. So that always adds a little bit to the excitement. The fact that everything so far has told me that this thing is going to be pretty good. Anyway, I'll shut up and drink the thing, okay? All right. First off, it's really good. It's very good. It's definitely on the sweeter side. Definitely on the vanilla side. Heavy vanilla flavors. They advertise on the bottle, it says, and yucca root extract. Or yucca or whatever. We'll decide later. I'm not sure what part that I'm tasting right now that has anything to do with that, because all I'm tasting is just like it's like I said, sweet, creamy, vanilla. Is there a wintergreen? Not really on the background, but I will say that it's not so overwhelming with the creaminess that you can't taste the spices, you can't taste the licorice, you can't taste the normal root beer flavors, right? They're just more in the background than in the foreground. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the grade. So, totally unintentionally, somehow, this bear theory of mine continues to be true somehow. It's kind of strange. Now, to be fair, I've only had 2 root beers with bear in the name, but both of them have been incredible. So, whereas when I get to the cherry root beer, that one will be a little bit of a different review, and when we get there, you'll understand why. This one, on the other hand, is just one of those cases where something just hits everything I like exactly how I like it, and exceeds it a little bit, even beyond that. So, I mean, I'm going to give this one an A. It's very good. It's very, very good. And, it's good in the way, because normally if something's just good, I'll just give it a B, right? It's good in the way where it just exceeds all my expectations. And usually I would say that it has to have something a little bit special on something special about it to receive an A, right? But this is more in line with something like a Sprecker's, where it's not a matter of it doing anything significantly different or special. It's just knocks it out of the park in every way that I would want. So yeah, I'm giving it an A. So hopefully I can get my hands on this root beer again sometime. Again. And that's it for this review. I hope you liked it, and if you did like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Not much to talk about. Nothing's really changed lately as far as the streaming schedule and stuff like that. So hopefully, like I always say, I'm always hoping to do more of it, but I tend to not to. So that's it for this one, and I hope you had a good time.